There is a truth that echoes through the corridors of time and resonates in the hearts of all who have ears to hear. It is a truth that is often overlooked, often disregarded, and yet it holds the power to change lives, transform relationships, and lift people out of the shadows of despair into the light of hope. You see, there is something that men long to hear, something they crave, something that, if spoken with sincerity and love, can build bridges and tear down walls. It is not a word of flattery, not a phrase meant to please the ears, but a truth that resonates with the deepest desires of the human heart. The truth is this: men need to hear that they are valued. They need to hear that their efforts matter, that their struggles are seen, that their contributions are not just noticed, but deeply appreciated. And yet, in this world of noise, this world of distractions, how often do we hear those words spoken? How often are we told that we are enough, that we are worthy of respect, that our worth is not tied to our success, but to who we are as human beings? Now, men, I am speaking directly to you. It's easy to let the weight of the world bear down on your shoulders. It's easy to get caught up in the pressures of success, of performance, of being the provider, the protector, the one who always has it together. But I tell you, you are not alone. You are not defined by your success, your career, or your achievements. You are defined by your character, your integrity, and your love. You are defined by the way you treat others, by the way you walk in humility and grace. And women, I speak to you today as well. You possess a power that is beyond measure. You have the ability to build up or tear down. With your words, you can encourage or you can discourage. You have the unique opportunity to speak life into the hearts of those around you, especially the men in your life. Now, understand, it is not always easy. It is not always easy to lift up when you are tired, when you are weary, when you feel unappreciated or unknown. But I want to challenge you today, just as I challenge the men. Find the courage to speak words of encouragement. Speak those words of life. Men long to hear them, even if they don't always show it. There's a saying that goes, behind every successful man is a woman who believed in him. And I want to add to that, behind every man who stands tall is a woman who has spoken words of hope, words of encouragement, words that give him the strength to press on when the road seems too long, when the burden feels too heavy. You see, there is power in your words, power in your actions, power in your ability to encourage the one beside you. And yes, I know only a small percentage of women are willing to speak those words. Too often the busyness of life, the struggles of the day, the frustrations that come with it all lead us to forget the importance of speaking life into others. But I tell you, there is no greater power on earth than the power of love and encouragement. It is the language of the soul, the balm for a wounded heart, the lifeline to someone who feels lost in this world. So, I urge you today, men, believe in yourself. Know that you are more than your failures, more than your disappointments, more than your past. And women, I ask you to open your mouths to speak those words of life, to be the one who lifts up, who encourages, who strengthens. Don't wait for the world to affirm what you already know to be true. Step out in faith and know that when you speak words of kindness, of strength, of encouragement, you are planting seeds that will bear fruit for years to come. The time is now. Let us speak the words that our hearts long to hear, and in doing so, let us change the world around us, one person at a time. Let us be the voices of hope, the messengers of love, the carriers of light in a world that so desperately needs it. The power is in your hands. Use it wisely. Men long to hear that their efforts are appreciated, their struggles are seen, and their worth is not defined by their success, but by their character and integrity. Women have the unique ability to build up or tear down through their words. Speaking words of encouragement to the men in their lives is a powerful act that can change lives and strengthen relationships. Words of life, hope, and strength have the power to lift someone up, especially when they are tired, discouraged, or facing struggles. Encouragement is vital to helping others persevere. Behind every successful man is often a woman who believed in him and spoke words of encouragement. These words can provide the strength needed to overcome challenges and keep moving forward. The speech calls for action. Men should believe in their worth, and women should actively speak life into others. The time to encourage and lift up those around us is now, as it can create lasting change and impact. Men need to feel valued, not just for what they do, but for who they are. In a world that often places emphasis on achievements, success, and outward accomplishments, it can be easy to forget that at the core of every man is a heart that desires to be seen and appreciated. Men, like all of us, want to know that their efforts, whether big or small, matter. They want to feel that their contributions, whether as a father, a husband, a son, a colleague, or a friend, are not taken for granted. But far too often, society places an immense amount of pressure on men to constantly perform, to always be the strong one, the one who holds everything together, without ever acknowledging the toll it takes. It's easy for them to get lost in the rush of life, in the need to provide, to protect, to succeed. The world can sometimes make them feel like their value is measured only by their productivity, their status, or their ability to meet the expectations placed upon them. Yet, deep down, every man longs to hear that he is more than just his job or his achievements. He longs to know that he is loved and appreciated for his heart, for his character, and for the sacrifices he makes, often without ever asking for recognition. When a man feels valued for who he truly is, not just for what he accomplishes, it lifts his spirit, strengthens his resolve, and inspires him to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is uncertain. He knows that he matters, not because of his performance, but because of his intrinsic worth as a person. There is incredible power in the words we speak, especially when they are words of encouragement. The ability to uplift, to inspire, and to breathe life into someone's spirit is a gift that each of us possesses, yet so often we overlook its impact. A simple word of encouragement can change the course of someone's day, their week, or even their entire life. It can help someone see their potential when they feel lost, give them strength when they feel weak, and provide hope when they feel hopeless. For men who often carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, encouragement is not just appreciated, it is essential. Too often they are expected to hold everything together, to push through hardship without complaint, to bear the burden of responsibility without showing signs of struggle. But deep inside, they, like anyone, need to hear words that remind them they are not alone, that their efforts are seen and valued. When those words come from someone they love and respect, it carries even more weight. A woman's encouragement can build a man up in ways nothing else can. When we speak words of encouragement, we remind others of their worth. We empower them to rise above their doubts and insecurities. We give them the courage to keep going when the journey is tough, to stand firm when the world seems to be pushing against them. The act of speaking life into someone doesn't just change them, it changes us too, creating a ripple effect of strength and positivity. Encouragement is not just a nice thing to offer, it is a vital force that has the power to sustain and transform. In times of difficulty, when someone is struggling to find their way or losing sight of their potential, encouragement is the lifeline that can pull them out of despair. It's more than a few kind words. It's a force that can restore hope, renew purpose, and remind someone of their value. When we offer encouragement, we are not just giving compliments or fleeting praise. We are giving someone the strength to face another day, to keep pushing forward, and to believe that change is possible. For men, encouragement becomes even more crucial because the world often expects them to carry their burdens silently. They are expected to be strong and resilient, never showing weakness or doubt. Yet in reality, every man, regardless of his strength, needs someone to speak life into him, to affirm that his efforts are not in vain. When a woman encourages a man, whether it's through a kind word, an act of support, or just being there to listen, it becomes a powerful force. It helps break down the walls of isolation and creates a bond of trust and understanding. This kind of encouragement is not just about lifting someone up for a moment. It builds a foundation of strength that lasts. It empowers people to keep going when the road is long and difficult, and reminds them that they are not alone in their struggles. The impact of encouragement, though unseen at times, is profound and far-reaching. The impact of speaking life is profound and far-reaching. Words are not just sounds or letters strung together. They carry weight. They hold the power to build, to inspire, and to create change in the hearts of those who hear them. When we speak life into someone, we are not just offering temporary encouragement. We are planting seeds that have the potential to grow and bear fruit over time. It's like nurturing a garden. Words of life are the water and sunlight that allow a person's spirit to flourish. Even in the most difficult circumstances. For men especially, the words spoken to them can shape how they see themselves and how they navigate the world. When they hear words that affirm their value, their worth, and their potential, it strengthens their resolve and fuels their drive to push forward. On the other hand, when words of criticism or neglect are spoken, it can create doubt, insecurity, and a sense of being invisible. Too often men carry these silent burdens, but a single word of life can cut through the darkness and help them rise above their fears. For women, the power to speak life into the men around them cannot be underestimated. When a woman speaks encouragement, faith, and belief into a man's heart, she reminds him of his strength, his purpose, and his ability to overcome. The simple act of choosing to speak life, to offer words of hope and encouragement, can transform the trajectory of a person's journey, filling them with the courage and determination to continue even when the path seems uncertain. There is an urgency in speaking words of life that we cannot afford to ignore. Every day, people walk around carrying silent burdens, fears, doubts, insecurities that often go unnoticed. We see people putting on brave faces, pretending that they have it all together, when in reality they are struggling inside. And yet in the midst of this, there is a tremendous opportunity for us to make a difference with something as simple as our words. Time is short, and the impact we can have by speaking words of encouragement, hope, and life is immeasurable. The need for these words is immediate. We cannot afford to wait for the perfect moment or assume that others will be fine without our support. For men, this urgency is even greater. They are often expected to be strong, to carry their burdens without complaint, and to push through hardship without needing validation or reassurance. But beneath that exterior, they are just as human as anyone else. They need to hear that they are valued, that their efforts are seen, and that they are loved. The right word at the right time can change everything. It can renew hope, spark confidence, and remind them that they are not alone in their struggles. And for women, the urgency is just as critical. We all have the power to speak life into those around us, but we must act now before the moment passes. Every word of encouragement you offer has the potential to shift the course of someone's day or even their life. It is a responsibility we all share, one that we should never take lightly.